And with me now is my regular and colleague, former Liberal President Michael Kroger. Michael, that in itself is quite amazing to see a Teamsters president speaking at the Republican convention, but scene after scene of quite incredible moments in US political history. The first appearance of Donald Trump since that assassination attempt on him at the weekend, with the bandage still on his ear, and receiving, as you would expect, a hero's welcome there, Michael.
Yeah, amazing. You know, I was just thinking before, 36 years ago, I was at the Republican National Convention in New Orleans, and Lee Greenwood sang "God Bless the USA" just before Ronald Reagan came onto the stage, and there he is again, 36 years later, mate. He's still going. So it shows you need one good song in your life. But anyway, Greenwood was amazing, and the arrival of Trump, the emotion in that room. I mean, I remember it still today when Reagan walked onto the stage. It was just chilling all those years ago, and I can imagine. I know Joe Hockey and others are there. It'd be the same today, mate. It's an electrifying feeling, and given what's happened, even more so. And he's picked JD Vance, which is going to also, solidify his base in the future of the Republican Party. So it's all steam ahead for Donald J. Trump at the minute, mate.
A lot of momentum, in fact, all the momentum with the Republicans, and that, and as you say, the former president, that choice of JD Vance, I think many of our viewers might have seen him for the first time in an interview that he did with our affiliates at Fox today. A very impressive communicator, someone that Brian Loughnane told me earlier will have great appeal in the Rust Belt, in places like Michigan, Pennsylvania.
Yeah, absolutely. He said some terrible things about Trump almost a decade ago, 8 years ago, and he's explained that in that interview with Sean Hannity, that he got it wrong, Trump convinced him, and that he'd been influenced by the mainstream media. But look, I first came to know Vance to know of him when I read his book, and it was a stunning piece of literature, the Hillbilly Elegy, and that's who he's picked. He's picked the future of the Republican Party. He's picked someone who can be the presidential candidate in 2028, when I'm not sure the others could have been as powerful as Vance. So he's picked someone for the future. 8 years ago, he picked someone for stability, security, which was Pence. Now he doesn't think he needs to do that. So, yeah, he's going to be Vance's life story is extraordinary, and he will be very powerful in Wisconsin and Michigan and Pennsylvania and the swing states. And he's come from nothing. This guy is the American dream, and as you say, very powerful communicator. And that was a very impressive interview with Sean Hannity a few minutes ago.
It came close to an even greater tragedy, calamity. It was certainly a tragedy. One man lost his life. At least one other was seriously wounded. But in terms of the American democracy, it could have been so much worse. The events of the weekend, it would have been a disaster in terms of the presidential race, the chaos that would have ensued if Donald Trump was killed by that attempted assassin.
Well, look, mate, the truth is, and not everyone agrees with this, but we have a very different view of guns in this country today than in America. That guy was on the roof for over 25 minutes, we now learn. 25 minutes he was on the roof. A centimetre here or there could have easily hit Trump in the temple, in the face. And he just survived. I mean, how different would America be today if Trump had been killed? I must say the head of the Secret Service is still holding on to her job. She gave an interview this morning saying she had no intention of resigning. Well, I think she'll be gone rather soon, because boy, how do you keep your job after that, mate? So we were within 1 or 2 inches of the whole world changing, Thank God he survived.